strong, and you have a good acoustic here. So just a bit about me and why I think I have right to speak up in front of you. You are real estate and sales professionals. So I'm exactly like you. I'm 9 years in Dubai. 9 years being in real estate in Dubai. Before was in real estate in different countries, including my own home country, which is Ukraine. Then I was working in India for 4 years, and then I finally got into real estate here in Dubai. So I've been in different roles. Same as you, I started as just an agent. I was working for developer as well. Then I became a sales manager. And now what I'm doing is my own business. Nothing fancy, guys. Do not think that it's so easy or it's fantastic. And I could probably make more money being in sales. But, you know, when you're 44, you start thinking what makes me more happy, and maybe not necessarily brings a lot of money at this point, right? Instead of telling you that I've sold millions and trillions and I'm selling it now, which is irrelevant to you, right? Because if I sold that, it doesn't mean that you could. Because many people which are doing significant in sales are mainly selling because of that personality. It's nothing about sales techniques or any methodology that they can teach you. So how it will go, guys? I'm here as giving you a bit of the sales tricks and sales techniques, which might be helping you. I don't know. Maybe you don't need my help. Have no idea yet. I have to ask you a little bit more questions. You are more than welcome to stop me anytime. If you are, for example, disagreeing with anything I'm saying, or you have anything to add, or you just don't understand altogether what I'm talking about. Fine? This is what I'm asking from you. One more thing. I do understand we're all working 70 hours a week being on the phones, right? Can we, for this 30 seconds, okay. I wish. For 30 minutes, because I put a timer on my watch for 40 minutes, can we pretend, all of us, that we are doing a brain surgery? When the brain surgeon is doing the surgery, when his phone beeps, what he does? Does he do anything? No. Why? Because he's professional. There is more important stuff than respond on any client inquiry. And that's okay to be busy for your client, because if you are busy, then does it mean that you have other clients? You're not desperate for this specific one. And it's okay for you to be busy with other clients. So if you are busy, that means that you're more desirable. Make sense? Right? So, saying so, I hope you're going to leave the phone unless it's someone is about to transfer you money. Yeah, if it's money transfer, they have problem with the payment link, don't worry, you can jump up and leave the room and do your payment here. What do you want from me within this 30 minutes? What do you want me to give you? What would be the click point that, okay, Olga was not bad. She taught us something. What do you want to have as a takeaway from this session? Well, that's a good one. I can offer a lot. It depends what you need, you know. What do you feel going to help you to increase your level of sales? Like in your specific case, what do you think it is?
I think reaching to the clients.
Fantastic. To be able to reach self-generating leads, or maybe reaching to the clients that you already have, to being able for them to see you as a trusted advisor. And drop the other agents they're dealing with and just work with you.
Probably yes.
Huh? Does it sound like a plan, guys? Are you interested in this? Should we work on that specifically? Cool. So without further delay, let's start. The way it's going to go, I'm going to give you some sales training at the beginning, and then I'm going to go over the platform which I am implementing into my sales structure when I teach other companies. So, you know, I'm a sales trainer. I'm always for the hunt for something which can make your life easier, more effective, so you can close more deals. So there are a couple of startups on the market, and I selected one which I'm seen as top out of the competitors just due to whatever they're doing now and the functionality that they're giving to you in terms of, saving your time, giving you education. And I will talk a little bit about Alnair. Who knows Alnair? Who is a pro user of Alnair? Who pays the money? Fantastic. I can see one. Fantastic. Do you like it? Yes. Do you know all the functionality?
I'm using it 6 months.
Fantastic. So I can see that, I'm a data-driven. This is the list of the Prima Capital agents which are with Alnair. Unfortunately, I couldn't pull the data who is with the pro paid version. So today I'm going to go a little bit over the functionality that can save you up to 2 hours a day when you are with the client on Zoom or sending them offers, and show you a little bit how to do that. Then if you were interested, I will collect your email and I will give you the 2 weeks trial, which will include additional online training session from me on how to implement Alnair and even save more time. But it's again up to you. If you feel that it's something you want, fantastic. If you don't, we're going to part as friends. So saying so, any questions on that point? I have to kind of breathe down because I think I'm going into the high pitch. Do you know what high pitch means? Do you know what high pitch means in sales? High pitch. When we're coming up, oh, my company is great, and I'm the best sales trainer, and I'm definitely going to sell all of the problems that you have. When I'm saying so, what do you feel? Do you feel that I'm going to solve your problems? Or do you feel that I really want you to buy something from me? Huh?
Why?
Exactly. Okay, cool, guys. Having this in mind, I don't know why I call it How to Be a Top Agent in 2024, but I believe it's not like in 30 minutes I will give you all of this knowledge. It's a little bit more of 3 or 4 months program with me. However, I will give you some sprinkles, some seeds, what to think and what to look at in your behavior with the clients. The current problem you have with leads, it's based on my experience working with a lot of companies in the market, secondary or off-plan. I accumulated these problems, and you would tell me if something that you experience. A new era of buyers. Does anyone heard about sales resistance? Do you know what sales? Fantastic. Usually it's no one. We have one, sales resistance. We're going to talk about this. And we're going to talk about how to build the trust and become that one trusted advisor, so the client going to choose you rather than 20 other agents they're dealing with. Is it true that specifically when you work with social media leads, clients which are coming from the off-plan social media background, they all work with 15, 20 other agents, right? You're not the only one. True or no? Or no? True. Okay, guys. So, before we go through that, I have a question for you. It might be a little bit tricky, but I appreciate honesty. Who closed the deal last month? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Very good. Who closed the deal last month, which is February, and January? Fantastic. Very good. Who closed the deal 3 months in a row? 3 months in a row. 3 months. Okay, cool. We are talking about the consistency of the sales skills, right? Because what we don't want to have being in a sales position is to hope and pray that next month I'm going to close. We want to know what to do and how to act to kind of close it, right? And one more question, just one. It's 2024. How how much money have you spent on learning sales skills or any high income skills in 2023? How much money you invested in yourself? Purchase a course, mentorship, book, anything.
I do a lot of them.
Okay, fantastic. How much money do you have, like a number?
If I can't, I will feel bad. So I don't want to count.
Why would you feel bad? Because you don't think its return of investment is working in your favor.
Yeah, but I don't want to count this money because maybe it's too much. So I don't want to feel guilty. So I'm just doing it for myself.
Okay, fantastic. Anyone spent more than 10,000? 10,000. 15. 15,000 dirhams or dollars? Okay, guys. I don't know. I don't want to be a winner. I spent $20,000 last year. But this year, just because it's only beginning of the year, I spent $3,300 as well. Just beginning. I'm taking it slow.
This is like what, education or just like...
Courses, education, mentorship, everything. Everything I learn just to make myself smarter. I'm learning high income skills, which is sales and marketing. What would you do if you will make 100,000 dirhams in commission, which you kind of put on outside of your expenses? What would you do with this 100,000? How would you invest it? Yes? Fantastic. Sometimes real estate people say, yeah, I'm going to invest in real estate, which is fine, of course. But realistically, it's going to give you what? 15% return per year, if you're lucky. I mean, on 100,000, you cannot really do much. But the sales skills, it's something that can generate up to 1,000% return in 1 year. Well, this is what I know because when I just got my first big commission of 25,000 in 2016, I spent it on my first payment for my MBA. Here in University of Wollongong, I wouldn't say that 100,000 was a good investment overall, but definitely make me feel that I am worth investing 100,000 dirhams. That's a little bit different attitude towards yourself. Okay, having this in mind, your current problem with the leads, and I'm going to read it through. They didn't pick up the phone at all, right? Are they? You got the social media lead, it's in your CRM system, been dropped, but they never pick up the phone. Is it something that you experience?
Yes.
They don't have time and ask, oh, just send me the information. True? Yeah. Information sent, and there is no response after. They never respond. Whatever you send them, even if you sometimes did an Alnair nice collection of different units and different projects, they still do not respond. They pick up the phone, they seem interested. They had a really like half an hour conversation. You feel fantastic, it's almost done deal. You send them the options and then they never respond. Is this something that's happening with you guys? I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe you are different. Okay, cool. Then we are kind of on the same page. Interested, stayed in touch, discussed a couple of options, and then he's going into, I need to think about it. Or I will let you know if I'm interested. Happens, and we don't know why. It's like a boyfriend who just dumped you and you just like, what the hell? What's happened? I don't know, everything was so good. Seems to me. Okay, guys. This is a very common problem. And I'm not saying that I know exactly why it's happening, but I definitely know at least 60% why it's happening. First of all, let's be honest, social media leads or leads which are clicking while they're browsing through Instagram and Facebook, they don't have that much of intent. It's not like they're window shoppers, they have an interest because you would not click on something which is not interesting for you. For example, I'm not clicking on the ads of penis enlargement, like really I'm never gonna click on it. So I don't have any intent on that. So it's never been a case that someone phoning me back and say, well, have you subscribed for this service because we're really good in it. So they have an intent, but it's Of course, a little bit low that we want them to be. So, next is a little bit something for your entertainment. Have you seen the movie Wolf of the Wall Street? Yes? Do you like it? What do you like about it? It's fun. The character is cool. Crazy, yeah. But do you know that Jordan Belfort, the guy, is actually a real character? He does exist, and he has his own sales training system, which is, do you know the name of this training system? Straight line persuasion, right. One of the pillars of his sales training system is, when you call to the client, be really enthusiastic about your product, because if you're enthusiastic about your product, you're going to think that there is something really good you can share. Have you heard how Jordan Belfort speaks? Like the real Jordan Belfort. He has a podcast. Well, this voice, the tonality, the way he paced, his cadence, it's something you cannot replicate. It works for him. Specifically, it works in this movie. So my question is, I'm going to play a small episode from the movie. This is exactly when Jordan Belfort lost his job in a stock market, and he's looking for a new position in some, as you call it, Mickey Mouse stock trading investor center. So the questions I will ask you after the video is, how would you describe Jordan? Which year does this movie represent? Yeah, because, I mean, the movie itself being filmed in, I think, 2008, 11 or something like this. But the events of the movie, they've been a little bit earlier. And do you think similar conversation that we will see in the movie could potentially happen today, March 5th? Probably 5th. In Dubai real estate or in any sales sector. Okay? Cool, guys. So I know you're going to enjoy it, but think of the questions. Well, I hope the audio is going to be loud enough. The internet is not giving us a good chance. Okay, that's top. I did it already once, guys. Do you know how to stop it? Sorry, guys. We need a technical support. Can anyone call someone from reception? Because I already did it in another company a couple of weeks back, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, I'm just like pressing too much. I don't know how to get back. I'm just afraid to kind of, yeah, cool. It's going to take some time. Are you struggling with the speed of internet here? Can you hear what he's saying? It's the max. Oh no. Guys, it was my hand.
6 cents a share? Why is this crap? Well, I mean, honestly, mostly schmucks. And postmen, there's always postmen. Plumbers, they see our ads in the back of Hustler and Popular Mechanics, and our ads actually say they can get rich quick. Them buy their wife a diamond ring, a boat. Maybe is this stuff regulated, or you guys, what are you doing here? You mailed in my company a postcard a few weeks back requesting information on penny stocks that had huge upside potential with very little downside risk. Does that ring a bell? Okay, great. Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. Got it? Name of the company, Aerotime International. It is a cutting-edge, high-tech firm out of the Midwest awaiting imminent patent approval on the next generation of radar detectors that have both huge military and civilian applications. Now, right now, John, the stock trades over the counter at 10 cents a share. And by the way, John, our analyst indicator could go a heck of a lot higher than that. Your profit on a mere $6,000 investment would be upwards of $60,000. Exactly, you could pay off your mortgage. John, one thing I can promise you, even in this market, is that I never ask my clients to judge me on my winners. I ask them to judge me on my losers because I have so few.
And in the case of error time, based on every technical factor out there, John, we are looking at a grand slam home run. 4,000, that'd be 40,000 shares, John. Let me lock in that trade right now and get back to you with my secretary with an exact confirmation. Sound good, John? Great. Hey, John, thank you for your vote of confidence. Welcome to the Investors Center. Bye-bye.
How'd you fucking do that?
Is this the question you're asking yourself as well right now? How did he fucking do that? So what do you think, how Jordan is actually different than other salespeople in the room?
He's more enthusiastic.
Hmm?
He's passionate.
Passionate, fantastic. So, any other
He uses
characteristics?
Tonality. He uses tonality.
Yeah.
He goes up, he goes down, he
Yeah.
stops at a certain point, he adds value. He uses very good definition kind of words, selective words, it's very good.
Yeah.
This is integrated.
But let's talk about what he is actually saying. Does that make any sense? Is that even true?
No. He's selling some garbage.
Like, is this has any real value what he's trying to sell?
Just over.
Maybe it has. We don't know.
I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe there is some gold over there. We don't know. We have to dig, right?
You see sometimes in the seas, the energy is towards the
Okay, guys. The other question: which year do you think that represents?
Late 80s, early 90s.
Late 80s, early 90s. Any other ideas?
No, it's after the Lehman Brothers
Huh?
crash.
2011. Correct.
2009.
9. Okay. There is no laptops, by the way, over there. Just so you know, no, not even computers. They don't have it. You see? They sell from the paper. So, are you still sure it's 2011?
I think, yeah.
The movie was shot in 2008.
Yeah.
So,
Just after 1981, Black Monday.
Fantastic. Black Monday was the reason he was actually out from the stock market. Fantastic. So, guys, this is 40 years ago. 40 years. Having this in mind, do you think between those times, the 2081, well, I was born in 2080, up till this point, something changed with these consumers' behavior?
With the consumers, they are more informative now.
Fantastic. So do you think this conversation with the same outcome could be even possible nowadays?
Possible, yeah.
And the guy would buy?
Yeah, possible. Still.
But out of 100, how many conversation is going to be like this?
It's going to be very low, but it will
Yeah.
happen. It will occur.
So following through, guys,
The guy would buy if he confirmed what he says, actually, like, he will go and check on the Google about the company and so on.
Exactly.
And if he find his words are really like something, then he will buy.
the new era of buyers is what we're going to talk about today. So the reason that your buyers are having a very low level of trust, or basically it's kind of a post-trust era, because of Jordan Belfort and everyone like him for 40 years been exhausting the trust. Back then, in 80s and even 90s, the salesperson was the only, let's say, connection link between the company and the public and the consumer. So we've been selling salespeople to educate and tell about the product and features and benefits. So you talk a lot, you hope and pray that whatever you're going to say, going to click with what the consumer wants, and they're going to buy from you. But unfortunately, it doesn't work this way anymore. Your buying behaviors change as well. Do you believe in anything salesperson is telling you? Telling. And any promises that you've been given by a salesperson? What do you believe in now?
Numbers, something solid, statistics, history.
Well, for someone who is more driven by the numbers, because they're a different type of personality, someone who is maybe more driven by opinion of others, going to look at Google reviews, right? Or there are people who have like, well, whatever I feel, I am not feel, I am understood and respected by the salesperson, right? But when we're saying understood, that means the salesperson been asking me questions to understand my unique situation and asking me smart, skilled question and appear in front of me like a professional. Not just any question, not just open-ended question, not just trying to connect with me in the beginning of the sales call selling, hey, how are you? Oh, how is weather down there? Or, I don't know, you like mountain climbing, I like mountain. Oh, I've been in India, I've been living there for 4 years. Which city are you from? Come on, the client does know what you want to do. They know about rapport building. They know that you're just wasting their time hoping that you're going to build up the relationship for that. You think the same way. Even though most of you are younger, you haven't been sold that much, but we're all living now in a post-trust era. So we've been sold each day, every day, starting from the first social media ad that we see when we open our Instagram in the morning, right? So that brings us to a conclusion that us as a customers, and our customers as well, they don't need or even don't want anymore to be pressured by salespeople. So as soon as they experience a little bit of sales pressure, what they do? They put sales resistance. They don't want to interact with you. And there is two types of people. I mean, there is 17 or in some methodologies 21, but it doesn't matter. But overall, there is two types of people. There an A-type personality, which are majority of you, probably because real estate agents and salespeople, we are kind of more outgoing. So the A-type personality, when he will feel that he's pressured, he's going to start throwing objections on you. Oh, that's not actually correct, that's not right, blah, 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 and you're going to start having a battle with the client. The B-type personality is going to probably say, that sounds fantastic. I really, really like it. Let me just think about it, and I get back to it in a couple of days. What they want, they would just want to get rid of us, unfortunately, guys. The truth is, we can lie to ourselves, but the truth is this. Huh? Guys, and look, this is not your fault anyhow that sometimes, consciously or unconsciously, you are triggering this reaction, you're triggering the sales resistance. We're all being taught to sell aka Jordan Belfort way. We've all been taught this way. I did. When I had my first sales training, this is exactly what I've been told. I have to kind of shift myself and change myself to a different methodology, which works way better in the current days. That's not your fault, guys, but this is your problem, right? Am I right? If you have this problem with leads, this is your problem. There is no one else but you going to be there to decide it. Are you going to solve it or no? Again, it's up to you. You don't have to. Depends. If you're happy with your current level of earnings and you're happy where you are, there is no need to change anything. If you want to have more and you see progression into your career, into maybe sales leadership role or just to make more money, then you have to look into the learning new sales skills, changing a little bit something. Because if you're going to be just keep doing the same way, like whatever going to change? You're doing the same thing and expected a different outcome. Unfortunately, it's a definition of insanity, craziness. Not by me, by Einstein. Are you with me, guys? How do you feel about that? You're probably going to ask me, okay, Olga, well, what the hell? Yeah, we know that. Potentially, that's something. So what should we do, right? Do you know what you should do? Any ideas how to solve this? No, you don't have to listen to it. Okay, try to do differently. How? Which ones?
I think it's gonna be, we're gonna have the answer and the next is the page.
What's the question again?
Thank you for re-asking it. I'm going to reform the question. Having this in mind, that potentially the problem is that what you're saying, or maybe not asking, causing the client to shut down on you, stop responding, It's not because of the client, because the client is the same. The same clients are buying from other agent guys. You've seen the transaction. Is this transaction being done by the clients? Some clients which been working with you, then purchase through other agent. So having this in mind, what do you think from this point it makes sense for you to change or start doing differently?
The way you're speaking, the time you're calling, sometimes he simply doesn't click with you because he knows you are from this X kind of country. So sometimes you have to simply accept that this client is interested, but he might not simply click with you, and you'll have to pass it to someone else.
Okay.
On the other hand, you can work on yourself and you can enhance your English, the way you speak, the what do you call it, vocab you have, and you can add value to yourself, and eventually you're gonna increase the sales transaction you're gonna be making.
Yeah.
However, still you're gonna be losing some interested client, which is part of the game.
Are you in the sales management role already or not yet?
No, I'm Asian.
But we feel that, soon something is coming, no? I wish this for you. Because
When
that
wants me to get married, maybe that will happen.
whatever you feel gonna make you more money, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, that's a key, guys. And maybe our managers, 30 minutes is gone. Are you gonna give me 10 more minutes?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah? Are you wanted to? You like me? Yeah, you don't have to actually, but it's pleasant. Thank you. So when anyone is telling you you have to change the vocabulary or you have to kind of enhance your English, this is what we have to do. But how exactly to do that? Have anyone ever told you what you have to do step by step to kind of get where you are with your English vocabulary, your sales skills to where you want to be? A part of you have to build a trust with your client. Be really the one who he wants to get back to. And you're just standing there, because this is what I've been told when I was in my agent career, and I'm just standing there like, yeah, that's fantastic, man, but what exactly I should do? That sounds great, but like step by step, what should I do? I don't know. And the funny thing, maybe the person who was giving me advice had no idea as well, but it just sounds like a right thing to say. I'm not saying that you don't know. It's not about anything about you. I'm just saying that we all know the right thing. The same with fitness, same with losing weight. We kind of know what to do, right? Move more, eat less. It's just a common sense, but there are still people who are a little bit struggling with how to get there. So what I do, usually, what I'm aiming to do, is to teach sales skills and strategies as a step-by-step process. With the scripts, with the sales processes. The sales process is a king that you put the script on it, and you create such a connection with the script because you learn it, you understand it, you understand the answers of their questions, that the script becomes your own. It's you. There is no disconnection anymore. And then you follow your sales process and make your client follow the sales process with you. Does that make sense? Not yet, because it's just like, okay, so sounds good, Olga, but what exactly should we do? Okay, so let's see. That's another question that I usually got from the agent. How to convince the client, or how to convince. What should I say? What exactly should I say? Olga, look, he sent me this message. What should I respond? How to make the client trust me? He doesn't trust me. How to make him trust me? Or how to make him choose me as the only one agent?
First, you have to choose yourself that you are trustworthy, and you don't have to prove it to anyone else.
I mean, you feel that you're trustworthy, but the other person doesn't necessarily feel that.
You won't convince anyone. You have to make them convince themselves, and that's what you get for.
Love it.
You can't convince anyone of anything.
And the way you're going to convince them, the easiest way, is through asking the right questions in the right time with the right tone. So the response on your question is going to be exactly that thing, or almost that thing. Guys, it's not about manipulation, by the way. I'm going to remove that word. It's about helping people to get where they want to be, because sale is nothing rather than change. They are here. They don't have a property. They don't have a passive income. They don't have a new home. They don't have a retirement plan. They don't have understanding how they're going to pay for their kids' education. This is where they are. Property is just a vehicle which brings them up where they want to be. Secure financial status, kids' education paid, new home in a safe country, or whatever you want. This is what they're buying. They're not buying the property. But the change that they have to accept, specifically when we're talking about off-plan sales, the fear that they have that they're going to make a wrong decision is on a different level compared to a secondary market. And we all know that, right? On this point, I'm usually talking about a little bit of analogy so you can understand what I mean. When you come into the doctor office for the appointment, doesn't matter, dentist, general practitioner, anyone, how do you understand that this is a good doctor? How do you kind of make this judgment?
He listens to you.
You ask some questions that you are sure that, like, do you want to validate him? Like, you will not give him full information about your maybe symptoms or something, but you already know what is it, so you want to make sure that.
He's calm, collected, he knows what he's doing. Through his questioning ability, the way he asks questions, the way he leads from one answer to another question to ask you, to another question, just from that. Because you are not a doctor, you don't understand, okay, so let me check how good you are with, I don't know, this part of medicine. You don't know that. But you understand, just because he asked the right question in the right time and leads you to a conclusion, you realize that maybe my symptoms, which I think were just needed an additional painkiller, is way more than I thought it was, right? Through these questions, he might create inside of you internal urgency to change your situation. When you understand which problem or potential problem in the future your current condition may have, right? But if he will just tell you, oh, you're probably having XYZ and then you will have to pay me $1,000 so I can do an operation, and then, we're going to do a recoverment, it's just going to cost you this much. What are you going to do? Would you believe this doctor? You're probably going to say, yeah, fantastic, well, let me just, check with other doctors so I can be sure that whatever we're doing makes sense. Exactly the same way. So guys, the main way for us to move forward and overcome the sales resistance, just coming into the, does anyone understand what the sales resistance means at this point? Or should I give you an example? Where all of you have sales resistance. My favorite example is, you are in the mall, walking into, I don't know, Massimo Dutti. Which one is your favorite shop? Chanel, maybe. And the shopping assistant is happily looking at you and walking towards you. Hi, hello, how can I help you today? What is your response?
No, thank you.
No, thank you, I'm just looking, right? And this comes automatically. You don't think, okay, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say that. It just comes, just there, always. So this outer responses is just because you want to protect yourself from uncomfortable conversation, from them trying to sell you something. And it's already always there, and it's been triggered with the first second of what you say and the tone of your voice. Comes together, both. What else could the shopping assistant say to make you maybe engage with him? Any ideas? What are you looking for today? Potentially. Any other ideas?
Add value to his shopping trip and tell him, hi, don't miss on the discount over there in that corner. Have a look at it. Enjoy the shopping. This is what I do.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I gave him something, he'll be curious. If he needs something, he remembers my face, he'll come back to me.
But that's curious. But do you want to sell only because it's cheap? Or you want to sell to sell, we want them to buy based on value, the real value. We want to pay them full price for the.
I just want him to get some attention, and later on, whenever I find another opening, I'll attack once again.
Fantastic, guys. Yeah? Any ideas?
You tell him what exactly are you looking for.
Very good.
You're engaging into, he has to open up to you.
Oh, you can. Absolutely.
He has to, but he may not.
Well, that's your goal. You're only here to make him open up.
To make him open up with you. Yeah, but how to actually do that?
You can
see?
approach him as a human. Hi, my name is Amir. How are you doing? And he'll be
How are you doing, guys? Are you calling your people, your clients, and you asking them how you're doing?
No one cares.
Please don't do that. I know maybe in Arabic is different, but it's just, just each and every person doing any cold call or anything, just how are you? And I know, and you know, this is a stranger calling me. He doesn't really care how I do it. He doesn't really care. So why? He's asking because he wants to sell me something. It increases the sales resistance times and times. All the options are good, guys. Yes, right. I'm right here if you need anything. How do you feel about the, there is an interesting thing.
Ask him, have you ever been in our shop before?
Mm-hmm.
Not, let me show you around what collection here and there, so we have like better coordination inside the shop.
Potentially.
Yeah, and then you can understand he's like already a customer or he's not yet.
So if he will answer, yeah, I've been in your shop. I'm here often.
Hey, what did you buy before? What did you have?
Yeah, potentially. If he is like a little bit more open to you, he will say, but sometimes they will not. Guys, what I'm trying to kind of give you as an opinion, and doesn't mean that it's the best option, but what if we're going to use a pattern interrupt? I'm coming in, I'm still looking, this is my auto response. This is the response I'm going to say. So the salesperson is approaching me saying, hi, I know you're still looking. If things change, let me know. Well, I know you're just looking, but do you know what you're looking for? Less, what are you looking for? You see? Less direct, more neutral. Do you see the neutrality? Is there anything I can help you with? There is a status play in any sales game, specifically in real estate. So if you're coming with a lower status, saying, hi, it's Olga. I know you requested, is it a good time to talk? I can help you absolutely with anything, just anytime you need, just give me a call. Where is your status? Here. Here. But why would it be here? He has a problem, your client has a problem. He needs a property, you have a solution. You are the doctor, but like on a different level, because you know how to solve his problem, and he doesn't. If you're coming from a lower level, you end up having a problem and a solution. And he is not going to treat you as a trusted advisor, of course not. Because you are needy, you are attached to the results, you want this sale, more than him. And this is what he feels from the beginning, the way you enter the conversation. So the sales resistance, my favorite example is when my mom used to call me when I was a kid. From the first sounds out of your mouth, when she was pronouncing my name, I knew it was going to be good, bad, what's going to be happening. So 90% of population do not trust salespeople, including ourselves, actually. We do not trust them. Well, I have a very low trust in salespeople because we come across as aggressive. We do come. When we speak fast, when we are pushing through, then we are hoping to move our point across before someone says, I'm not interested. We can come across as aggressive. Desperate for a sale. We need it more than them. Needy and attached to the outcome, attached to the results. I need you to buy this unit, right? An example for that is, both females and males, the dating scene, because it's human behavior, guys. All of this is based on the human behavior, all I teach. And it works in absolutely any field of human connection. When you are dating and the lady or the gentleman is really very interested in you, he's texting, calling, and just like way too much attention, what do you feel? You feel like a little bit, something is like, it's like too much, no? It's like you feel like you want to push back, even though you like him. Or if you guys on a date with a female and she's, after first cup of coffee, start talking about kids and how she wants to get married, and you look like a guy who potentially going to have a good genetic material, how do you feel? And then I was, sorry, is my phone ringing? Really? So you are about to get married, so maybe it's going to be a good one. But anyway, guys, this is all the balance. And because we are needy, because we are attached, we are coming into the relationship with a lower status. When you come into any relationship with a lower status, it's very hard for you to bring the status up. So the idea of the sales conversation, at least how I teach the sales, is for you to come even with the higher status, or at least on the same level. And it all comes from the communication skills. We all think that we know how to talk. A communication skills is in our CV, clicked. But unfortunately, it's a little bit more than that. How do you usually now open the call when you call back to the leads from social media? Like you have the lead, you can see it's from whatever campaign, Vincitori, new launch or something. You have a campaign, you have this lead, you call, and what are you saying? Anyone is ready to share what you're saying?
Hi, good morning, Mr. X. I hope you're doing well. Oh, hi. My name is Alnair. Sorry, I would call, I would say, you were interested, you left Acquiry and you were interested in this project. How can I help you? And I keep it open, and he speaks.
Okay. What if you're going to say it was, just send me some information, I will get back to you?
No, I consider that as a brush off. So I don't.
It is brush off, you don't have to consider it.
Yeah, so you attack for a little bit, being sensitive and knowing that you're not pushy, you attack a little bit. Okay, great. Any preferred timing you would like me to call you back?
No, just don't call me back, just send me the units information. If I will like something, I will call you back.
What I say to those people, I believe you have a local number and you're in Dubai. Would you like to meet me in person? Would you like to come and see the project?
No, actually, I don't know yet. That's why I'm asking the information.
I don't prefer to send it. What you're looking for exactly.
Good. Good, guys. Look, and I'm not saying that the recipe that I'm teaching is going to solve all the problems, because it's a human relationship, human connection. It's delivery of the script. It's delivery of what you're saying. The cure from Jordan Belfort disease, when we're very assuming, we're assuming he's interested, just because he clicked. When I'm training the newbies, and I'm giving them the comprehensive training, and I'm telling you guys, you're going to get back to me asking in a couple of weeks when you're going to start selling, Olga, why the leads are like this? Why are they not serious? And they say, no, we would not. I was like, yeah, guys, believe me, you will. So when you are assuming that they're interested, you kind of push them to bring the sales resistance wall and even tell you, send me some option. Why? Because he doesn't want to have a conversation of you trying to sell him on the first call, not because of you, he doesn't know you. But he has another 15 agent before called him and trying to kind of push the solution down the throat, features and benefits, great ROI, best location, blah, 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 blah. He's like, nah, not this one. It's nothing about you specifically, just how the market is. So instead of this, we have to add a little bit more neutrality. When we're neutral, we're coming across, just in the beginning of conversation, not further in the process, guys, like unbiased. So I'm as a professional, I'm as a doctor, having you sitting in my office, to be honest, I don't even know if I can even help you yet. I need to know a little bit more about your symptoms, for how long the symptoms been happening, what you've done so far to kind of stop them, and what even if you want to achieve with having your condition, right? Because I don't know, like you step into my, my doorstep, I don't know if I can even help you. Maybe you should go to a surgeon or a dentist, I don't know. So I'm coming neutral. When I'm coming neutral, he doesn't feel threatened to open up. Do you see how that works, guys? Do you understand what I mean? And I mean exactly this. The first question that I teach, depending on your CRM system and how you're receiving the leads, if you are able to understand which social media campaign being done and you've seen the artwork, well, that's preferably, then you should know, okay, so that's, let's put it again, vincitori. This is what's been written on the ad that they've seen, and they register the interest. So I know I'm kind of on the same page. What I'm doing from the beginning, I'm removing the focus from myself and me showing them great features and benefits into him and his problem. So when you saw the ad, what was about the ad, maybe, you know, besides the shiny graphics, that attracted your attention to respond? What is the answer on this question? You're going to tell me what he's looking for, right? Potentially. Oh, I'm just interested, or I'm just curious, or I just want to make some money. I was like, okay, that's fine. No one ever, you know, told me on this call that they want to make less money. And then I'm jumping into my next questions. My next favorite question, which I am asking in the beginning of conversation, and regardless if he's number from Dubai or number from Oman, Qatar, Australia, it doesn't matter. I would add something, oh, I can see your numbers from Dubai, or I can see your numbers from Australia. What attracted you to look a little bit further into Dubai real estate market rather than maybe invest in Australia? I'm using my tone, curious, no high pitch. I'm very neutral, I'm unbiased. What attracted you to look in Dubai real estate market rather than, you know, maybe check something over there where you live? How do you feel about this question? Scary to ask? No one has asked them. What will be the response on this question? What are he going to say? Will he try to sell himself at Dubai? Will he try to prove you why Dubai is a good investment? Right? Do you see how it works? And this is just like a small seed, just like a small nibbles, right? This question every real estate agent asks. Have you been to Dubai? Do you like Dubai? Which area in Dubai have you been? And then, which area in Dubai do you want to invest? Those people, majority of them, even they've been in Dubai several times, are they really qualified to say anything about which area they want to invest? I've been in Rome, that's my favorite city. I've been there like 7 times. Well, ask me about anyone been in Rome, guys? Do you know any areas in Rome? I was like, well, I don't know, that very fountains, there's just like ice cream on the corner, something, I have no idea. So you're asking most of the time the questions, which doesn't make sense for them. You sound like each and every other salesperson, another 15 which been with them on the phone. So how they can see you as someone different, how they can see you as a trusted advisor, my question to you. Can they? No. Is it their fault? They want to get best for themselves. They want to protect themselves from being sold, because we don't want to be sold. None of us. But when you're saying, have you been to Dubai? And he's asking, and he's telling you yes. And then you say, yeah, fantastic. And was it like more like a leisure, like a tourism, or there was a specifically investment-driven trip? What are you going to say? Nah, it's going to be just a tourism, right? Why are you asking him this question? Because in his mind, he starts to understand, well, there is some investment-driven tours. He starts to become curious. Well, what do you mean investment-driven tours? I don't understand. So he starts to feel that whatever he feels he know now, and I know Dubai, I know the areas, I've been to Dubai Marina, downtown, I want there, right? This is what they're saying, true or no? We start to building up a gap in his mind, a knowledge gap. And you are a professional who can solve it. Because if there is no gap in his understanding, something you can help him with, there is no point to jump on a Zoom with you guys. There is no point. Why? He knows everything. That can be the next question after. Have you been to Dubai? And based on your, help me understand, based on your kind of understanding of market statistic, the trends, the prices of sale and rentals, how confident do you feel that you will be able to choose the property that will bring you, as you told me, the highest ROI? But after you ask him a couple of those questions, he would say, well, I don't know, right? And then you can help him with one more question. I want to say, box him into the. This is all you come to the Zoom meeting booking, right? Then you can ask, well, I assume you're talking to other agents, right, in Dubai, and that's fine. This is what I would do if I would be on your shoes, choosing the right property for me. That makes total sense. What I just did, unnormalize it. Now he can open up in front of me. Now he doesn't have to hide. And I would say, have any of those agents, or maybe someone else, ever kind of sit down with you and went through all of the process, how investment works, like in terms of legislation, and then the further handover of the property, and then maybe resale or rentals? Have you had anyone kind of go over this with you? What are you going to say? No. And I'm using specifically, have you ever sit down with someone? Why? Because I'm saying this, in your mind, you are imagining yourself sitting down. It's the same as, I would say, don't think about green monkey in the center of the room. So he understands. I don't know. Before you ask him this question, he never even thought about this. He never understood before you start asking him that there is a gap in his knowledge, and he might not be able to choose the right unit. Make sense, guys? How does it feel? Yes, no? Okay, from there, we're going to make him into so he's already sitting and thinking. He's not reactive. He is not boxing us. We are putting him in a position when he thinks. What that means. When we are out of the conversation, he's going to still keep doing what? Thinking about what you said, about what you ask. Or do I really, or I do not? Or what? So after this, what I teach to do is, if that would be helpful, listen to that. If that would be helpful. That's me, I'm helping you. If I'm helping you and you need help, where is my status? You need help, I'm helping you. If that would be helpful, we can book a little bit more time together. We can book a little bit more time together where, I can show you a different option that we have for our investors, the databases that we use as professionals to kind of determine, based on the actual transactions, sales, and rental values, which area will have a high potential in the future. Would that be useful if we would do that? Yes. Okay, I can open my calendar. It seems like I have a couple of windows here and there. Which one works for you? Right? But it's not enough, guys. We have to show him something on the Zoom meeting, right? We have to show something. Or Zoom meeting or in person, because If on a Zoom meeting we just open the map and just like, this is downtown, this is, oh, you know, there is a communities and there is individual buildings. He's like, well, what the hell, man, why am I even here? So there is a huge, I don't want to say gap, there is a small learning piece into how to do the Zoom meeting, to keep them engaged and not drop off after the Zoom meeting, but jump into another Zoom meeting and book with you. Does that make sense? Was it a little bit valuable? I think it's the next one. Let me check. So, if you want my script for the off-plan and secondary, you can scan it, register yourself, and I will send you the extended version of the script, step by step, what to say on your first call. It's going to be with a bit, you don't need it, right?
No, I did not.
But you're not going to get it if you're not doing it. Okay, guys. Moreover, with those who register, I will send you the invitation link for Alnair platform as well. So you can start your 2 weeks free trial of full functionality of the platform. And I will give you an additional training, which is going to be online, on how to use the platform for your Zoom, right? But the agents with whom I'm working, they are saying that instead of 2 hours creating different offers and just browsing what to send to the client, they now using 10 minutes max a day, and they look professional, and they really stand out. But you know, I have a special twist on using Alnair for sale. Everyone done? We can jump to. I know it's a bit of more that you wanted. So this is how Alnair looks like, guys. Your internet is a little bit slow. However, I know that some of you using Really, some of you using JennyMap, and I really will try now to connect the platform with my phone internet, so we're not going to wait for hundreds of minutes while I'm creating a different collection of offers. Because with Alnair, it's not only you can send the client, well, I think I put it there. Yeah. So I treat Alnair, specifically if the company got an access and it provides you a platform and paid for you to use it, as this is our company Primo Capital database, and I'm selling it to the client. On the Zoom, I will be able to show you our inside database with all of the units available, not only developers. In Alnair, you will find availability of units. You will be able to create a different setup for the client and send them a special collection, not only of projects and prices, of specific units in this project, based on the requirements, based on the down payment, based on how much down payment they have. If they have only 150,000, you can filter and understand which projects are with 150,000 down payment, post-handover payment plan, going to be delivered in 2026. You're going to click this project, you're going to add them into collection, you're going to write a personalized message, you're going to enter ROI, which you can hand print in and send it to the client. And if you send it as a link, and this unit, one of the units that you've sent him, will be sold in 2 or 3 days, guess what's going to happen? Inside the client link, because it's connected with the database, it's going to be marked as sold. So now the clients who've seen the offer, when you just send it to him, you've seen there is 5 units available. In 2 days, because you know which offer you sent to which client, you go in for the offers, you click in them. It's like, okay, so out of this offer that I sent to the client, with different developers, different units from different developers, in one link, 2 been sold. So what I can do, I can text the client and say, hi, Mr. Client, I'm not sure if you've seen that, but there is a bit of change of availability. The 2 units from what I've sent you already been sold. So I just wanted you to let you know. So what does it mean? Do you ever need to bring this external urgency by saying, the units are selling fast, that is the last unit, and he doesn't believe you. But when he sees that the unit is sold on the system, you don't have to tell it anymore. It's there. You have floor plans, project, and view from the windows, guys. Specific units, you pick them up, show you. There is a floor plan of the building, and you can see where the view going to be. If you come to the plot and you face the road, okay, so I can see that's going to be there. Oh, Mr. Client, this is a picture for you. You can do a dynamic links or PDF files. If you don't want to send the link, it's not really nice looking yet, it's kind of longish, but we're working on it. You can send a PDF file as well. So, do I have anything else? Oh, guys, this is a... I introduced it recently, actually, into my Zoom training. When you are going through the map with the client, which you potentially can. So here is, Mr. Client, our database. It's not going to be Alnair written here, it's going to be Primo Capital, if your company would buy this. So it's database of Primo Capital. So you can see in our database, it's currently only in Dubai, because you can switch to Sharjah, Abu Dhabi, Alnair, and whatever. We have 793 developers. So remember how I told you that I would love to send you some options, but that's really so many options to send. And you know, we have to know a little bit more what you're exactly looking for to being able to send it for you. If you don't want to show all of the options to the client, you can put the filters and show him only what he needs to see based on his requirements. So I'm going through the map with the client saying, okay, so Mr. Client, you've been to Dubai, which area looks familiar for you? And he's going to say something like, oh yeah, just downtown, I've been to Burj Khalifa, I've been to Marina, blah, 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 boo, boo, boo. And you say, oh, Marina, you've seen Marina, how do you like it? Oh, I really like it, it's an amazing area, and just, you know, I was really like thinking potentially to buy something over there. And you can say, yeah, that makes sense, you know, that's really, really a great area already. And I wanted to show you something. And you jump into this. You're on a Zoom, you're sharing your screen, guys, you know how to do it, right? And you do not let your client to have a Zoom call with you when they're on the phone walking through the streets of India. Well, I had a guy, I have an agent telling me this. Olga, is it okay if I had a Zoom with a client and she was not switching on the camera, but I think just because she was going through the streets of, you know, and she was in Mumbai, and I'm just like, she was in Mumbai, it's the most populated city in India, going through the streets, looking at the, why you've been wasting your time? I don't understand. So we make it really serious for them, and there is a way to do that. So the client is waiting to have a Zoom with you. And then I'm showing you something like this. So do you recognize Marina now? This is my conversation with the client. I'm not pitching on a Zoom. I never pitch. I turn my statements into questions. Do you recognize that's Marina? Yeah, well, guess, which year is this? Like, what do you think, which year is this? The first picture, picture number 1, which year? 2000, maybe even 4, maybe even 5, right? 2005. And what about the picture number 2? Do you, by the way, do you recognize what is this? This is the JBR. You've seen the JBR, Mr. Client? Oh, yeah, I've seen. You've been on the beach? Oh, yeah, I've been on the beach. So what's like on the other side of JBR? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's actually Marina Mall under construction. Oh, really? That's fantastic. Yeah, and this is, I believe, like maybe 2010? Okay, and what about this picture? You see Marina Mall is still under construction, but it's just way more already on the picture. What are you going to say? or I don't know, 2015, 16, 17, he can say, oh, but maybe 2008 because of the buildings and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, well, potentially, but you can still see construction going. And what about this picture? Bluebird Island, Dubai, which year is this? You know, guys, why I'm doing this? I'm asking the client, okay, so I know you like Marina, right? But based on what you've seen so far, just my question to you, let's put it this way, this client is from India just because we've already been talking about India. And I know about my home country, this is why I would say I know about my home country, but I don't know like exactly about your. Do you think anything like this would be possible to complete just in, you know, kind of 15, 20 years? In your country, what they're going to say? Even if they are from US, what they're going to say? Australia, what they're going to say? UK, what they're going to say? No. They're going to say no. I mean, well, yeah. But do you think how it's possible in Dubai? Oh, yeah, because Dubai is this, Dubai is this. Not me telling him. He's telling himself. You see? Do I do anything? Do I force him? No, I'm just showing things. Guys, this is just really from Google, horrible pictures. Sorry for that. My next question would be, but as an investor, because this is here, we're here to find you the best option. When do you think it was the right time for investors to put the money in so they can make higher profits? Do you think it's here? Or do you think it's here? Picture number one. Guys, are you all in this? You would all select number one. I would say, okay, but I'm not stopping on this, guys. I'm not happy. I'm not yet excited salesperson thinking, okay, I sold him. No, no, no. I need him to sell himself a little bit more, right? It's not enough for me. I want him to feel, really connect with it. So I'm going to ask him, but why do you think so? What are you going to start talking about? What are you going to start saying? Oh, well, because, you know, just in the beginning, it's always like higher, the prices are cheaper, blah, blah, blah. Guys, isn't this exactly what you want to say when you're trying to sell GVC, GVT, or really any area which is now under development, right? Is this what you're trying to do? To tell him that it's good to invest now before all of the infrastructure been developed so you can have a better value for money when the price is going to go up and the metro going to be there, blah, 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 right? But you don't have to do it because he knows. He knows for himself. He makes this decision already. Just because you ask him the right question in the right time. So then you say, yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. Because over here in Marina, I know you love it, and you told me, and I do as well. But there is no much potential left. And the prices are already on the top. I'm not saying they're not going to grow, they will. But it depends on what you want. Do you want like to really have a high price appreciation of your property when the area will be completed? Are you okay with, you know, just a little bit? It's up to you to decide. What are you going to tell you? And I'm not telling you should. I'm telling you it's up to you to decide. I don't know. Maybe you're okay to get here. That's fine. I can find you a unit. That's no problem. I think that's it. And any questions on this, guys? Was it valuable? What's your biggest takeaway? Anyone is happy to share that? What now you will do differently?
I like the different approach for sure, because like for example, like you said, it's obviously it's different with different clients. But like in my case, like I work with German, Polish, Czech Republic people, so they have different minds than all of those.
Yeah.
So for example, your approach, I know that from one of the people, like one of the countries, I can use for sure. But on the other side, you also said like you're building the trust to your client and everything. It's maybe not the best way to do it at the beginning, but like for example, for me as with Polish people,
yeah.
It's the only thing to do it, because like if you are like you will be like selling and trying to do this, they will be like, you know what, like I feel like we cannot sit and drink a coffee together, so maybe just not very good, and I really respect and like I really liked your presentation, and I think it was very valuable to see even the other perspective. So thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Cool, guys. Are you interested to see how you can actually use the Alnair in a pro way to do your presentations on Zoom and just to send the offers?